What's up, guys? So we're taking a look at MODO of the Peel. Now, this champion, honestly, is not really that exciting. Not for what you think he's probably going to be used for. So he's built pretty well. Good crit damage, not crit cap, that's okay. The situation we're running him with, he doesn't need to be. Good attack. He has attack percentage boots, I believe, attack percentage chest. He has good gear. Now, if we look at his relic, he has a good relic, where his damage is increased by 20% of the target's current turn meter. So it's going to be pretty high. Damage cannot be increased by more than 10%, 5% against bosses. Okay. Wait, what? Damage cannot be increased by more than 10%. Whereas damage is increased by 20%, it cannot be increased by more than 10%. I don't understand that, player gum. Either way, that's the relic. Boosting his damage, boosting his crit damage as well. His A1 has a chance of placing decreased defense. His A2 is an AoE, there's a chance of placing stun. Very good for players progressing through dungeon content or like trying to go through faction wars, Doom Tower, whatever it may be. 100% chance when fully booked. Also places an extra hit on enemies under stun debuffs. If Esme is on the same team, will always place an extra hit and ignore 20% of each enemy's defense, which is really cool. And then the A3 skill is an AoE attack which will ignore shield buffs. Damage is increased by 75% when attacking enemies under Stoneskin buffs. This makes you think that he can bust Stoneskin stuff, because he also, if he removes a Stoneskin buff, it's going to give him an extra turn, which is honestly amazing if it actually works. And then his passive, whenever this champion kills an enemy, places a stun debuff on the enemy with the highest turn meter for 2 turns, occurs once per skill. If Esme is on the same team, this champion's skill will ignore 50% of each enemy's resistance. Also, Esme is on the same team, places an intercept stack on this champion at the start of their turn. Now, the key is their start of their turn. So it's not the start of the round, it's the start of that specific champion's turn. So let's jump in here, give an example with this setup. So we're going to use Shuzin, we're going to use Esme and MODO, and then let's go ahead and just use Necrit. Why not, right? So this team's going to be pretty tanky. This team, we're not going to destroy the Stoneskin. Most likely, right? This is not very surprising if we don't destroy it here. Let's see, the A3 skill, turn it to 1x speed. Do we destroy it? Remember. All right, so the skill 3 there did some really good damage, but the Stoneskins, as far as I'm aware, they didn't go nowhere. If they did, he would have gotten an extra turn, right? So we'll go ahead and do her skills, all of her good stuff, and we just die from the Narcies. Well, that's because he's squishy, plus we had the bolster set up. So the damage is good. The damage worked out very solid. Let's try it one more time. But you got to remember, he's also he's 5-star with Cracking Roots, which is not doing anything to these champions. Let's see if we destroy Ancora's again. How close do we get? Okay, there's still a little bit left. Well, maybe we can go see if he can destroy the Stoneskin of, let's see, a more squishy team. Where's a team with a little bit more squishy champions? I know there's one I was going against earlier. This one right here. It says more squishy champions. Can we destroy these champions, Stoneskin? Any of them. Remember, he has some pretty good stats. I'd say higher stats than most players are going to be getting with this champion if you're going to be using him as your nuker. Destroys none of their Stoneskin. Maybe they're just a really tanky team. Let's go try to destroy someone else's Stoneskin. There's an Armand's team with Stoneskin earlier that I want to try to destroy. Let's see. This one. This one has Stoneskin, I know for sure. Can we destroy this? Let's see. Boost it. We have a Laz. He's a pretty tanky champion, so maybe we don't destroy his. Ramen 2, there's no reason at all we shouldn't destroy that. We do destroy that. That's fantastic. So we did get the extra turn there. I've been very surprised if we didn't. Extra hit. Very nice. So we defeat this team. A speed team. We're a speed team. A lot of stats. Crushing roots and everything. Whatever it's called. Cracking roots. Let's see if we can go to that team again. And if we didn't have Cracking Roots, would it still destroy the Stoneskin? Let's see. It was Cinda's team, right? Let's try this. There's a few. There we go. Cinda's team once more. Because Cracking Roots doesn't really give you any benefits outside of Stoneskin, right? And you would hope that his other skill just did fine with Stoneskin. Let's go Soul Reap. We could even go Heaven Cast, but let's not worry about that just yet. So we go Soul Reap instead. So this will reduce the damage we're dealing by basically like 60%, I think, to Stoneskin targets. Okay, we still destroyed it. Very nice. It's good. We didn't destroy his all the way, so we weren't able to get through it and like win just from that skill, but we were able to get through it. Very cool. Now let's go try to do it with some other champions. My He-Man. Let's try this on my other account, which won't be able to test there very long. It's not part of the program anymore. Let's Cracking Roots. I'm going to need that for this team. He-Man has like 70,000 HP, I think. 66,000, somewhere around there. He's weak affinity as well. Doesn't destroy it. We have a little bit left. We have a little bit left, even though he is boosting his damage from the relic. He is, let's see. He's boosting his damage from the relic. He has masteries done, right? Like damage masteries are done. He has what I would say is pretty good attack and crit damage for most players, right? You could get more for sure. I'd say it's pretty daggone solid. Yeah, it's really not bad. We could definitely squeeze out a little bit more for sure. But it just feels bad that he's not cracking the stone skin like you would think he's actually supposed to be doing. Now, if we went against champions and teams that we got rid of the stone skin like a strip, how's he going to do? Let's try that. So we'll go, this time we'll go Shuzin plus Crixia. Hopefully she's built. I don't actually know if she is. Turn meter reduction. Try to strip him. Didn't get to strip him, unfortunately. Go ahead and put increased attack on him. And we got slept. What a snoozer. Now, he does get the intercept there, which is great. We're going to back out of that fight, though. Let's see if we go against this team, maybe. Well, Marichka's going to mess up Crixia for sure. We'll go ahead and steal some stuff. We'll get the intercept when it's his turn. Unfortunately, he's not going to do a whole lot right now. Do that. That's going to be pretty good. And then we'll just go with this skill. Maybe we don't get the fear. We did. It's okay. Go with this. Let's do the A2. Does it just kill everybody? It does. I mean, he's doing good damage. Like, his damage is solid. It's definitely solid. It's just not so good it's going to break the stone skin. So, if you're looking for a force affinity nuker, he could be your guy. He's a good damage dealer. I don't know exactly what the multipliers are compared to like other champions similar to him, but as far as a champion who can do good, he can definitely hit hard. But he's not going to be destroying the stone skin unless you have somebody going before him, weakening the stone skin some. So if you have like I guess you could do a Siegfried or something like a Leoris or a champion going before him, hitting the stone skin, so that when he goes, he actually has a better chance of doing it. But then it might feel a little bit weird, right? Let's see. Let's see if I can find a team where I can try to test that. We go George just with the A2 skill. I think he has gear on him still. Yeah. We'll just use George's A2. Weaken the stone skin a little bit. Of course, Georgia can just ignore the stone skin, which is honestly the most ideal play here. But increase accuracy and all that kind of good stuff. He has a little small hit to it. And then what does this guy do? Let's see. Does he finish it off the rest of the way? No, he doesn't. He did finish it on that guy. That's actually really good. And he does good damage afterwards. Does end up dying. So he doesn't really have a whole lot to like follow up that stuff with. So to be honest, I'm not impressed with the stone skin situation, because even with Cracking Roots being 5-star, which alone you have to get to the 5-star blessing to even get that to be effective, the Cracking Roots at 5-star isn't quite doing it. Plus the extra 75% damage it deals. Maybe if you had 6-star Cracking Roots, could be good for him. But as far as a champion who you're going to get that on, it's very unlikely. So what I would expect to do is just using him as a champion who ignores shields, AoE, good damage. If you remove Stone Skin, awesome. He's probably not going to, though, so kind of is what it is there. And then you can run him with Esme. I wouldn't stress about that too much, though. This is really good, though, the extra hit if she's on the same team. I do like that a lot. So if you're going to run like that, what I would do is something like Esme plus, what's her speed? 327? Okay, so her, Esme, like Mikage. Actually, no, let's go a champion who's going to go after them. Let's go like a Warlord. Warlord could be good because she's actually going to strip, which is awesome, the enemy. So actually Warlord went, she's going to strip plus increase. Oh no. Yeah, she has strips plus places increase accuracy, which could be great, right? It's a really good thing for champions to have. And then let's use A2. Get through the team. So this is great. Like if you have teams like this that you can run, it's awesome. What are the champion speeds here though? Warlord, 379. Let's take his boots off real quick. So if we want to mix it up a little bit, we're going to try out a Warlord in this team. Let's try against Boozer's team. Boozer's is a little bit more unique than other people's, so we'll give this a shot. If we can get this strip going, it's going to be awesome. So we boost our turn meter. We try to do a strip plus increase accuracy. Very nice. We steal, actually, because he's on the same team. That's really cool. And then we get extra turn, because I guess the Relentless proc there. Another extra turn. She seems to proc Relentless a lot. Then we lock everybody out. Then we boost this guy. And then we can do the A3, which will most likely not break any stone skin whatsoever. Or we go with the A2, which will kill some people. Yeah, killed the Necrit. And killed me too. I guess he's sending back some stuff. I need to look at his kit. That's pretty cool. Either way, I'm dying trying to kill them. So, cool. So he does do good damage. Don't get me wrong. Let's go to dungeon real quick and try this out. Stage 10, we'll try it here. So, if we Airbase boost this, increase defense and weaken on everything. Like he'll kill this wave most likely. Just one shot it. Yeah. He does good damage, like 260,000 damage per hit. It is solid hits. It just may not be used where you think it's going to be used. The intercept stack there will help him not get sheep when he places his stun. So ultimately, guys, if you end up getting Quasi-MODO, then you're looking at a good champion for placing the stun, good champion for controlling waves, a good force affinity nuker who is not going to get much use from his A3 as far as the extra turns from the stone skin removal, but he hits hard. With Esme, it's going to be even better. If you can get the 5-star blessing, it's going to be pretty good. You could have a really solid force nuker for your account, which isn't that common. A lot of magic affinity nukers go around, but there's not so many force affinity nukers. Now, granted, force is struggling against like Duchess and stuff like that, but still, force affinity nukers, it's always nice to have a difference of affinities as far as your nukers go. So if you end up getting this champion, I think you can find some use for him, especially if you're earlier in the game, you don't have plenty of nukers, he can definitely fill a role. But you see mine, who's built, I'd say, pretty well. He's struggling to destroy the stone skin, not so much just struggling to kill the enemy typically, though. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. See if we can find, I think, Paulo's team. He has a pretty good, let's say, fair setup. Let's try my team again. Why not, right? Why not? Let's try my team one more. If I can destroy my team, that'd be solid. I'll be happy with that. Strip them. Weaken. Now, of course, this is with no decreased defense. I don't typically run with decreased defense anyway, so I don't really even think about it. Let's go to the A2. The double hit. I mean, yeah, it's wiping people out. Placing the stun as well. Very cool stuff there. And when you kill somebody, the champion with the highest turn meter, I believe it is, or the highest attack, gets a stun. So that's awesome. It's the champion with the highest turn meter for 2 seconds. 82,000. So both of his hits are doing really solid damage, honestly. And even maybe the fact of just having her... Actually, no. I think she's actually just good as it is by herself. I don't think she needs him. Actually, let's try that. So who do we use instead of him? Taras? He's not empowered. We can try it with him to get kind of an idea of will he one-shot these champions or not. Smash the He-Man and the Crixia. Doesn't kill the Siphi just because we didn't get our skills up correctly, unfortunately. But still does really good damage. So ultimately, this is not necessarily the bestest comparison here. Taras does tons of damage. We all know that. I can compare it to Siegfried, but it just won't even be comparable, honestly. Like, Siegfried will one-shot everybody, basically. I'll show you. I don't have any doubt in my mind that he will. Maybe not with the A2, but definitely with the A3. See what the A2 does. Okay. Didn't one-shot there. It's okay. I didn't expect that one to. This definitely will. Yeah, so they're all dead there. Ultimately, guys, this champion is a good nuker. Hits hard, but the skill 3 is just kind of misleading as far as making you think you're actually going to destroy the stone skin, because you're most likely not going to destroy the stone skin. The passive is cool with the whole stun and the intercept when she's on your same team. I think their synergy is strong enough to make sense in running them together in a team. She brings a strip. She brings that anyways, though, honestly. So she could be by herself. I think she's a much stronger champion, but having them together, they do get a good synergy. And they do make sense enough where you could throw them together as well. But he's good for the arena. He's good for progression content. He's good for faction wars, honestly. Ogre and Tribe could use some better champions. So great for faction wars. If you get him, congratulations. If he's a guaranteed champion, I may go for him even. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this champion. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you want me to test him out somewhere else, if I didn't showcase enough, or maybe I should try something else. Either way, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.